Hi, I'm Jen Lobley and I'm pumping gas and you're watching Bowen TV.
Kids, this is Greek mythology for children. This is for children anywhere who want to learn more about what the ancient Greeks thought about the universe and about the human mind, but it's especially for two children in Beijing, China, Jesse and Leo, big city far away, and for a little girl on Bowen Island named Annabelle. I'm going to be reading from this book, D'Aulaire's Book of Greek Myths. It's absolutely the most wonderful book of Greek mythology. This is the way I learned about Greek mythology, by reading this to my children. So this is chapter 1. In olden times, when men still worshipped ugly idols, there lived in the land of Greece a folk of shepherds and herdsmen who cherished light and beauty. They didn't worship dark idols like their neighbors, but created instead their own beautiful, radiant gods. The Greek gods looked much like people and acted like them too, only they were taller, handsomer, and could do no wrong. Fire-breathing monsters and beasts with many heads stood for all that was dark and wicked. They were for gods and great heroes to conquer. The gods lived on top of Mount Olympus, that's in Greece, a mountain so high and steep that no man could climb it and see them in their shining palace, but they often descended to earth, sometimes in their own shapes, sometimes disguised as humans or animals. Mortals worshipped the gods, and the gods honored Mother Earth. They had all sprung from her, from Mother Earth, for she was the beginning of all life. Gaia, the earth, came out of darkness so long ago that nobody knows when or how. Earth was young and lonesome, for nothing lived on her yet. Above her rose Uranos, the sky, dark and blue, set all over with sparkling stars. He was magnificent to behold, and young Earth looked up at him, fell in love with him. Sky smiled down at Earth, twinkling with his countless stars, and they were joined in love. Soon young Earth became Mother Earth, the mother of all living things. All her children loved their warm and bountiful mother and feared their mighty father, Uranos, Lord of the universe. Now this is the Titans. The Titans were the first children of Mother Earth. They were the first gods, taller than the mountains she created to serve them as thrones, and both earth and sky were proud of them. There were 6 Titans, 6 glorious gods, and they had 6 sisters, the Titanesses, whom they took for their wives. When Gaia gave birth again, Uranos, it's also pronounced Uranus, was not proud. Their new children were so huge, but each had only one glowing eye set in the middle of his forehead. They were the 3 Cyclopses, and they were named Lightning, Thunder, and Thunderbolt. They weren't handsome gods, but tremendously small smiths. A smith is someone who used to put shoes on horses and do things like that. Sparks from their heavy hammers flashed across the sky and lit up the heavens so brightly that even their father's stars faded. After a while, Mother Earth bore 3 more sons. Uranus looked at them with disgust. Each of them had 50 heads and 100 strong arms. He hated to see such ugly creatures walk on lovely Earth, so he seized them and their brothers, the Cyclopses, and flung them into Tartarus, the deepest, darkest pit under the earth. Mother Earth loved her children and couldn't forgive her husband for his cruelty to them. Out of hardest flint, she fashioned a sickle and spoke to her sons, the Titans. "Take this weapon, make an end to your father's cruelty, and set your brothers free." Fear took hold of the Titans, and they trembled and refused. Only Kronos, the youngest but the strongest, dared to take the sickle. He fell upon his father. Uranus couldn't withstand the weapon wielded by his strong son, and he fled, giving up his powers. Mother Earth made Pontus, the boundless seas, her second husband, and from this union sprang the gods of the watery depths. And from her rich ground grew an abundance of trees and flowers, and out of her crevices sprites, beasts, and early man crept forth. Kronos was now Lord of the universe. He sat on the highest mountain and ruled over heaven and earth with a firm hand. The other gods obeyed his will, and early man worshipped him. This was man's golden age. Man lived happily in peace with the gods and with each other. They didn't kill, and they had no locks on their doors, just like here on Bowen Island, for theft hadn't yet been invented. But Kronos didn't set his monstrous brothers free, and Mother Earth was angry with him and plotted his downfall. She had to wait, for no god yet born was strong enough to oppose him. But she knew that one of his sons would be stronger than he, just as Kronos had been stronger than his father. Kronos knew it too, so every time his Titaness wife Rhea gave birth, he took the newborn god and swallowed it. With all of his offspring securely inside, he had nothing to fear. But Rhea mourned. Her 5 sisters, who had married the 5 other Titans, were surrounded by their Titan children. When Rhea expected her 6th child, she asked Mother Earth to help her save the child from his father. That was just what Mother Earth had been waiting for. She gave her daughter whispered advice, and Rhea went away smiling. As soon as Rhea had borne her child, the god Zeus, she hid him. Then she wrapped a stone in baby's clothes and gave it to her husband to swallow instead of her son. Kronos was fooled and swallowed the stone, and the little god Zeus was spirited away to a secret cave on the island of Crete. Old Kronos never heard the cries of his young son, for Mother Earth set noisy sprites outside the cave. They made such a clatter, beating their shields with their swords, that other sounds were drowned out. So that's the end of chapter 1. Next time we're going to read the next chapter, Zeus. It's about Zeus and his family.